From simple crystals to delightful creations, welcome to the enchanting world of candy.
This isn't just a factory. This is a culinary wonderland where imagination meets engineering.
Every sweet journey begins with the purest ingredient, crystalline sugar, the foundation of all candy.
Alongside sugar, we find corn syrup for texture and a rainbow of natural flavors and colors.
Our ingredients arrive in bulk, ensuring a consistent supply for continuous production.
Accuracy is paramount. Every batch starts with exact measurements, down to the gram. The first ingredient enters the mixing vat, beginning its transformation from dry crystal to liquid gold. Precise amounts of purified hot water are added, dissolving the sugar to create a concentrated syrup. The powerful agitators begin their work, ensuring a uniform blend, free of any undissolved particles. As the sugar dissolves, it forms a clear, shimmering syrup, the basic building block of most candies.
Corn syrup is introduced next. It prevents crystallization and adds that essential chewy texture. The mixture is then heated to specific temperatures, depending on the type of candy we're creating. Controlled evaporation is key. We're removing excess water to reach the perfect candy consistency.
The syrup thickens, gaining density and concentrating its sweetness. This process requires constant monitoring.
We measure the sugar concentration, known as bricks, with precise instruments, ensuring consistency batch after batch.
Our facility operates multiple vats simultaneously, each tailored to specific candy recipes.
Computerized systems constantly monitor and adjust heat, time, and mixing speeds for optimal results. Even with automation, the human touch remains vital. Our operators are masters of sweet science.
Once the base syrup is perfect, it's transferred to the next station for flavoring and coloring.
Now comes the magic of flavor. Tiny amounts of potent extracts will define the candy's taste. And then, the visual transformation, adding the brilliant, food-safe colors that make candy so appealing.
The mixture is gently agitated, ensuring the color and flavor are perfectly distributed throughout.
We create a kaleidoscope of base candies, each with its unique flavor and visual identity.
Between each batch, every vat is meticulously cleaned and sanitized, preventing cross-contamination.
For hard candies, the heated syrup is poured onto massive cooling tables, where it begins to solidify.
Skilled candy makers knead and work the pliable mass, incorporating air for texture and sheen.
The stretching process creates tiny air pockets, giving hard candy its characteristic clarity and snap.
For uniformity, specialized tools are used to cut the large candy sheets into manageable strips.
The strips are then fed into a rope former, twisting them into long, consistent strands. This continuous rope will then be fed into the cutting and shaping machines.
For soft, chewy candies like jellies, gelatin or pectin is precisely dissolved into the hot syrup.
These mixtures require careful heating in steam-jacketed kettles to ensure a smooth, lump-free solution.
As it cools, the mixture will set into the familiar, bouncy texture of your favorite gummy treats.
pH balance is crucial for gelling agents. It dictates the setting time and the final texture.
Small test batches are always created, ensuring the mixture will set perfectly before large-scale production.
The rapid setting of the test sample confirms the perfect balance of ingredients.
For rich, luscious caramels, we add premium butter and fresh cream to the simmering sugar syrup. The mixture slowly transfolds,
taking on that distinctive golden brown hue and irresistible aroma.
Caramel making is an art, demanding constant attention to achieve that smooth, chewy texture.
The temperature is absolutely critical. Even a few degrees can change caramel from perfect to burnt.
Once the perfect temperature is reached, the molten caramel is poured out to cool and thicken.
It gradually cools, becoming that wonderfully rich, chewy, and irresistible caramel.
For light Arabic, we'll begin by whipping egg whites to a stick.
Gentle folding ensures the delicate air structure isn't destroyed as flavors and colors are incorporated. It's then spread evenly onto trays, ready to set into its light and fluffy form.
From hard sheets to soft gels, each candy base requires its specific cooling and setting environment. The texture test is simple but essential. A gentle press confirms it's perfectly set.
With the base perfected, it's time for the true artistry to begin, shaping and forming these sweet creations.
The hardened candy rope is fed into the rotary cutter, the machine that defines the individual pieces. Customized metal dies press and cut the pliable candy into precise, recognizable shapes. The shaped candies are separated from the excess sugar dust and dropped onto a continuous cooling belt. For soft candies, the liquid jelly mixture is deposited into millions of tiny molds imprinted in cornstarch beds.
The starch acts as the perfect temporary mold, absorbing moisture and holding the precise gummy shape. These trays are then stacked high in temperature-controlled rooms, where the gummies slowly cure and set.
For many candies, the final touch is the decadent enrobing process, often using high-quality molten chocolate.
The pre-cut candy centers, whether nougat, caramel, or cookie, pass underneath the cascade for complete coverage.
The chocolate must be evenly distributed. Excess drips off the bottom and is recycled back into the tempering process.
Immediately, the candies enter a long cooling tunnel, where the chocolate rapidly sets and hardens to a glossy finish.
The result is a hard, glossy, and perfectly tempered shell that locks in the candy's freshness.
For shell candies, the pieces are tumbled inside massive, rotating polishing pans.
Tiny centers, like jelly beans or malt balls, are tossed and coated simultaneously with layers of liquid sugar.
A mist of precise sugar solution is sprayed on, building up the hard, crunchy shell layer by layer.
Color is introduced gradually, coating the hard shell in vibrant, smooth layers.
Finally, a food-grade wax is applied, giving the candies that signature sheen and preventing sticking.
Perfectly smooth, brightly colored, and completely finished, ready for final sorting.
For chewable candies like licorice or taffy, the dough is pushed through a high-pressure extrusion machine. The die plate forms the dough into continuous, perfectly shaped strands or ropes. These soft ropes move along a conveyor to be cut into precise, uniform lengths. A high-speed flying knife slices the ropes into individual pieces with incredible accuracy. Many candies feature a surprise inside. This requires specialized depositing systems.
For filled hard candies, 2 halves of hot candy are pressed together around the liquid center, creating a perfect seal.
The seams are smoothed out, leaving no trace of the liquid center hidden within the hard shell.
Every piece of candy is inspected before packaging, either by machine or the human eye.
Optical sorters use high-speed cameras to check for defects, shape irregularities, or missing coatings. Any piece failing the strict quality check is automatically removed from the production line.
For highly decorated or complex candies, human visual inspection is still the final line of defense.
Some hard candies receive a final brush or tumble to remove any residual dust or ensure maximum polish.
A final security check. Every candy passes through a highly sensitive metal detector to ensure absolute purity.
The approved candies are now elevated to the multi-head weigher, ready to be grouped into precise package sizes.
This machine quickly calculates the optimal combination of candies to meet the exact target weight on the package.
Once the perfect combination is achieved, the candy drops down the chute into the forming packaging.
The packaging film itself is a high-tech barrier, printed with vibrant designs and product information.
The film is folded around the filling chute and sealed vertically, forming the continuous bag shape.
Heat bars clamp down, creating the strong, airtight bottom seal of the individual bag.
The precise, weighed amount of candy drops into the awaiting, open packaging pouch.
The top is immediately sealed, locking in the freshness and protecting the candy from moisture. A clean, swift cut separates the finished bag from the rest of the film roll. Thousands of finished bags move down the line, ready to be collected and boxed. Every bag receives its production code and best by date, essential for quality tracking. Automated counters group the bags into the correct number for the retail boxes.
The final retail packaging is completed, preparing the candy for its presentation on the shelf.
The display boxes are sealed shut, guaranteeing the contents remain untouched until they reach the consumer.
The boxes are stacked uniformly, transitioning from individual items to efficient shipping units. The destination label is applied, marking the candy's route to the store. The finished candy awaits distribution in a temperature-controlled warehouse, ready to delight.
The journey is complex, but the reward is simple, perfect, delicious sweetness.
The people behind the process, their skill and dedication make the sweet science possible.
The final packages are gone, but the cycle of creation is ready to begin anew.
The process is modern, but the craft is ancient. Candy making began centuries ago in small, manual kitchens.
We honor the tradition, understanding that modern machinery only perfects the fundamental chemical reactions discovered long ago.
Every box leaves with our promise of quality and consistency.
Ready to travel the distance, carrying a little bit of happiness to every corner of the globe.
Keep an eye out for our trucks. They carry the sweetest cargo.
Our ultimate goal is that look on a customer's face, that moment of pure, unexpected joy.
That's the sweetness we are truly aiming for.
It is a science of joy, perfected in every single piece. The final form, a delicious, vibrant, and perfectly engineered treat. Ready for a taste of our sweet science?
Thank you for joining us on this tour. We hope you enjoyed the process as much as you'll enjoy the candy.
From our kitchen to yours.